Got a reed that won't play on your harmonica? You want to unscrew these screws. Tube one goes in the bottom, not tube one goes on top. Now the screws are off, you can take off the cover plates. This is your reed plate. Easy way to remember which way is which. The longest reeds always go to the left, and the first hole should be open. Not open, I mean it should be, the reed should be on the other side, not on the top of the comb. Take out whatever screws you have here. And be careful. They're usually, they're not fragile, but they're small and they're easy to lose. Sometimes I like to use the plate to hold the screws until I am done. In this case, it's my second to last hole that isn't activating. I can tell by the hole on top that since I was playing, it wasn't playing when this wasn't depressed, that I'm dealing with the top plate. And since it was a draw, it was, so this is my blow, this is my first draw, this is my blow, this is my second draw from the right, so this is the one that I need to adjust. One thing to know is, as a harmonica player, you will have to learn how to do maintenance on your harmonicas. It is very much a folk instrument in that, it's a thing that you are able to do your daily maintenance on and clean up and tune and all of those things. You don't have to send it to someone for that. It's very straightforward. One of the things I like about the harmonica a lot. Seems the Forerunner has some very tiny screws on the top as well. Don't forget those if you're doing this one. All right, now that we've got that, the top plate is coming right off. Let's take a look. All right, so we know that this reed is our troublemaker, and if we look, it does look like a gapping issue. Not quite enough for it to activate really reliably. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this and set it aside. We're going to take our tool, and we're just going to lift it up just a little bit and plink it a little. Now, don't do this very hard. A little bit of plinking and a tiny, tiny bit of pressing is all that you really need here. And be careful not to scratch it, because scratching it is how you tune it. If you scratch down here, it gets flatter, and if you scratch up here, it gets sharper. Once your tool more easily gets under there, then you know you've got a pretty good gap. To give it a try, I often just set it right back into the instrument. Remember, it goes in longest with the first reed that's pointing away from you on the bottom. And if you just set this back on its holes, tighten down on both sides, you should be able to play some of the notes. Still not getting that note, so let's take a look a little further in. So one of the uses of this tool is you can really make sure that all the pieces are lined up. And if I move it a little bit, I can see that it's covering the edges. So I think that part's fine. I think it just needs a little bit more stretching. So I'm going to go a little further in, just very gently move that up. You don't want to pull too hard. They're just reeds. Nope, doesn't sound like it's actually moving through the thing now. Let's see if we can get that going. Yeah, we should hear that sound. Let's adjust back. There we go. All right, let's try it again. All right, here we go. There we go. We got our note back. It's as simple as that. Then you just want to replace your screws back on. Make sure your top cover plate goes on top. These guys right here, I've seen these in the Easttop brand. They just go back in. You just put them through one reed plate in my experience, and then it'll hold itself there.